What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio, and oh, hello. We're playing Cooking Companions today. I have done my best to stay completely blind to this entire experience. I just know that it is a spooky, ooky, scary game, but also a dating sim. Maybe we'll find love in here. I don't know. New game. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I will continue, but if you're hopping in, if this is not your jam, I'm assuming if you could handle Doki Doki Literature Club, you can handle this. So proceed with that mindset. Gregor?
That walk was brutal, but this cabin is amazing. Full kitchen, running water, it really has everything.
This is my first time meeting you. I did absolutely no research. When I say I went into this blind, I mean it sincerely. And Anatoly?
Finally, a place I can read a good book in peace.
I can't wait to... TA. Ah! Achoo! I'm sorry, everyone. It must be the dust. Get those allergies under control, Mariah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm sure with a little elbow grease, we can make this cabin shine.
Now, are the five of us, plus this little furry friend, are we all friends? Did we know each other before we came here? Is this like a timeshare sort of deal? So, are you volunteering to clean, Gregor?
No.
Not many supplies here. Guess we'll have to go out to get what we need. There's a fireplace for making stew, so let's gather up some firewood, okay?
Leave that to me, little guy.
I'll tidy up around the cabin. Need to save Mariah from dying due to all this dust. Ha 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 ha. Hey!
Allergies are nothing to joke about, Karen.
She's not dead yet, Pipsqueak. Calm down. So I'm giving Gregor my really deep voice that I can do. And Natalie has inherited the pompous merchant retailer voice that I do sometimes. Mariah's my default Southern, and Karen, I'm trying to give her my mom voice. I don't know if it suits her right now, but the voices I've done have now been set in stone. I do not intend to change them, but as we have known from my past games, nothing is guaranteed. Thanks, Natalie.
I think I'll go foraging outside. If there were 450 mosses, 900 fungi, and 70 slime molds, there's bound to be treasure up here.
Are you an ecologist? Or biologist? Roughing it is fun. And Natalie knows so much about edible foods. We're in good hands. Are we gonna have to forage for our cooking ingredients?
I think the slime molds will be most delicious.
I don't like how that's bolded.
Everything's fine. Nothing scary is happening yet. Most certainly not.
What about the fungi? Do you even know which ones are poisonous, Natalie?
I could figure that out.
You could be the canary in the coal mine, Natalie.
I'm not ending up a corpse here. Eek! Keep both eyes open, little guy. Plenty of wolves and brown bears around.
They won't be a problem. I read up on 10 different techniques to incapacitate them.
And number one is...
Natalie.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Mariah. Got carried away again, haha.
I'll help Natalie look for food. I'm definitely better at warding off wild animals.
And yet, all the voices that I initially fell into for these characters just seem so perfect for me now.
It
If we come up empty-handed, we can always eat some of the food we've brought. You mean the emergency rations? Bad idea, chump.
How did we get here? Did we have a vehicle? Why are we in this cabin? Why do we have to forage for food? What does the outside world look like?
Hey, Natalie and Mariah are getting the food. Gregor is gathering the firewood. That makes you our designated chef.
But I hate cooking. I get no joy out of it. Everyone's looking at you expectantly. You nod. Very excited to try your cooking.
All right, everyone. Let's go to work while there's still sunlight. Later.
Mariah and Natalie, Gregor. The three exit the cabin, leaving you and Karen alone.
I think Natalie put the supplies in the kitchen. Thanks for helping out with the cooking.
To save the game, right-click or hit the escape button on your keyboard to pull up the menu. This menu will also allow you to adjust volume levels or exit to the title screen to view unlockables. Fantastic. Please note, going back to the main menu or exiting the game without saving will remove the progress you've made. Be sure to save. Oh, I'm gonna be saving a lot. You know I like my safety saves.
Do you have any experience making meals?
Well, before we move on, let's test out the right-click. Perfect. Let's go ahead and save a game here. Got an achievement called Butter Them Up. That just makes it sound like I'm gonna get eaten. Are you the witch of this cabin in the woods? Of course, probably not. I'm extremely lazy. Say nothing. I often say this. If I didn't have to eat to live, I don't think I would do it very much. So I'm gonna go with this option.
Gasp. Well, I appreciate your honesty. Let me know if you need help with anything. I'm pretty good with a knife.
Oh, I bet you are. That makes me feel real safe. Karen looks pleased with your answer. Perhaps this is the beginning of a wonderful relationship? I don't know. After that warning after the title screen. I'm not holding my breath for any happy endings. Oh boy, Karen will remember that. What will she remember? That she's good with the knife. Our relationship got stronger.
Anyways, going to check out the living room. Let's talk later.
I'm also curious of like what time period are we in? Because it doesn't look like we have electricity. But we do have running water, and that's a modern looking faucet. So I'm gonna go on a limb here. We have well water, no electricity until I can confirm by seeing the other side of the house. But I think in the promo there was a flashlight. Anyway, regardless of whatever time period we're in, this is a nightmare. We're in for a wild, nightmarish hellscape, I'm sure. Oh man, I nervous and ramble. Karen heads to the living room and starts dusting a little bit. We decide to look around the kitchen to find the ingredients for the meal tonight. Tutorial. You never know what you'll find around the cabin, and clues and secrets may be revealed by searching an area more than once. And also, when was the last time this place was occupied or used? I don't like the straw, the spiderweb cobwebs in the oven. If I start sticking my hands in just random places, I think I'm gonna get bitten by something. Why not give it a try? Which area do you want to search first? Okay, so we got little menu options. I was kind of expecting a little point and click-esque narrative, or interface is the word I'm trying to say. But this makes it a little bit easier. So cupboards, behind the wood pile, the drawers. I'm gonna go for the drawers first. If I have an option to take any knives from and keep them from this woman, I think that would be best. I do see a little mouse hole down here. Oh, this is just so... Again, how old is this place? We had to have just arrived. You check the drawers on the left. What if I wanted to check the drawers on the right? Huh, just some dirty knives. Should we wash them? We're gonna be cooking. What happens if I click the drawers again? Oh, there. Okay, you check different drawers. Okay. You check the drawer above the mouse hole. Some kind of mold is growing in this one. Oh my god, that's... Maybe Karen will find it appetizing? No, I don't think so. Are we gonna kill her? Let's look at the drawer. Do I only get 3 options? Let's check all the drawers. Maybe we'll get to check everything. You check the drawer above the wood pile. Aha! Something is making it difficult to open. You pull it open with all your might!
Whee! Cabbage!
Oh, do I need voices for all 5 of you? I'm gonna give them a generic food voice so they can all share the same voice to make it easier on me. It's me! Oh, they can all have my Nageki voice. That'll be perfect.
Chubba, stand off!
My Nageki Devon voice.
Never fear, Onion is here.
Oh, hi, Bread. I feel like you should have a different voice now. What, Dooley's voice?
Like my cousin Cornbread says, I'll rise to the occasion.
Always merry raspberry. Potato. Cabbage stuffed me into this drawer. I'm pretty sure this counts as kidnapping.
Okay, I have faith in the onion and the potato for staying fresh inside this drawer despite how long it's been, because they have a far longer in-drawer shelf life, so to speak, than a fruit and a cabbage and bread. Bread gonna get real moldy, but we might need to grow penicillin later, so let's keep that in mind. 'Cause who knows what the outside world looks like.
We're the Chumpettes. I want to talk with those boring humans.
Well, now I regret not looking in all the other places first.
All they have to give you is drama. Come chat with us instead. We'll share valuable recipes you can cook. We'll share with you our secret Chophead recipes. Select them all to become a 5-star chef. Save me.
You can find unlocked recipes in the main menu under Extra. Be sure to save the game.
To celebrate, here's your first recipe card.
Cabbage.
Roasted eggplant with sesame and pomegranate, meat-free.
Is all our recipes going to be vegan or meat-free because us humans are the meat? I'm hyping myself up. I need a plushie in my lap just to be my nightmare sponge. Oh, you unlocked your first recipe.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever want to talk, just come to the drawer. Choppettes!
Hoo-hoo!
Let's move out.
Cabbage rudely slams the drawer closed. You wonder if what you just saw was real. You're slightly worried about what this means for your mental state. But only slightly. Oh no, are we gonna have like an insanity meter? Oh my gosh, I did no research for this game. I cannot emphasize that enough, so I'm like I'm psyching myself out right now. Someone in the comments tell me it's gonna be okay.
Hey, did you find the supplies?
You shake your head. I don't even remember what you asked me to look for.
And Natalie lied. He actually put them in the bedroom.
Idiot.
Here you go.
You got the emergency supplies. Now, I would have been okay if it was just bolded to emphasize, hey, this is an item in your inventory. Pay attention to it. But the fact that the font got larger worries me. Karen leaves you alone. Start a fire with some of the wood and get to work on cooking dinner. Nice entree, vegetable stew. That sounds like something I could feasibly make in real life. I like things that you can just put in a pot or in the oven and leave it and don't even touch it. Then come back later and it's done. Those are my favorite kinds of meals.
In a large saucepan over medium heat, you heat some water with potatoes, carrots, and celery in it.
15 minutes later, you drain the pan and set the vegetables aside. Are these vegetables also sentient? Placing some butter in the saucepan, you melt it over medium heat. Throwing some chopped onions in, you cook it about 10 minutes. Onions are tender and translucent. Perfect. You next mix in some salt, some flour, salt, pepper, and heavy cream into the saucepan, adding the vegetables to the mixture. Hours pass. See, I would hate being in the kitchen that long.
We're back. More firewood than you'll ever need.
Great, add it to the hoard of firewood we have under the cabinet.
We found some wild sorrel. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a bigger bounty.
And Natalie's burying the lead. We saw a red deer.
Mariah spotted it. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, shut up. Darren killed 17 spiders today while you were out looking at deer.
Yeah!
That should come as no surprise. There's over 160 species of spiders here.
Oh. 160?
Don't worry, Mariah. I'm sure they're all in the bathroom or something.
Even better, they must be in the south. Ha! No. Almost all of them are near the couch. Yeah! So, I'm so curious of how we all ended up here. Like, this has to be like, this is my first time meeting them, for sure, unless we go way back in a cutscene later, but they don't seem like they knew each other before we all got here, and that's extra concerning. Oh, my stomach is so tense right now. I was gonna sleep on the couch.
That's where 16 of them were.
I'm not sleeping on that couch then.
And there's only 2 beds in the bedroom. Don't sweat it, Mariah. I could sleep anywhere, so I'll sleep in the rocking chair. I'll sleep with one eye open, just in case any of them swarm the couch.
Thanks, Gregor.
Darren and Natalie, you 2 take the bedroom.
Thanks, big guy. What about me? I'm the one slaving over a hot stove to feed us. Don't I deserve a bed?
Joke's on you, Gregor.
I always planned on taking one of the beds.
Hey, Natalie, I snore louder than a lumberyard.
Eh.
Sweet dreams, chump.
That's code for get out. That whole room is mine. No one else is allowed in. It's all mine. I'm the queen bee of this cabin. This cabin is Gilligan's Island, and I'm one of the howls. You turn your back to your bubbling vegetable stew and try a bite. I really sincerely hope you washed that bowl. Speaking of, I don't see any soap by the sink.
La gasp.
This tastes pretty good. You cooked vegetable stew You set the table and ask everyone to dig in. They all look like they got nice, clean, uncracked bowls. What gives?
Oh wow, this smells delicious. Thank you.
You must be a world-class chef. Karen takes a bite. She doesn't even say thank you. It's bland as hell. Well, whose fault is that? You didn't want to help me? You clearly found like salt and stuff in the cupboard. Come on now. Karen. Tastes like every other vegetable stew I've ever had. So generic. Are you negging me right now?
Could probably use some meat next time.
Do not like. Not only is it bolded, but now all caps. I'm not a fan. Gross.
For a side dish, we could bake some bread and utilize the Fragaria vesca, also known as strawberries, for some jam.
Yeah, you look like you can make jam.
Hippity cows, pipsqueak. Oh my god, Karen, you're so mean.
Why are you here? You can't have been friends.
We
all five of us have to be complete strangers. What led to us being here? Oh my gosh. I'm so nervous. Everyone laughs at Karen's polite ribbing. I don't think that's polite ribbing. I think that's just her being a bitch. Nothing makes you happier than cooking a great meal for friends. This could very well be the best day you've ever had. You go to bed stuffed. Interesting font. All right, since we've started a new chapter, I'm going to do a safety save real quick. Back to game.
Hey, you up? How'd you sleep? I was so warm last night, I didn't even need a blanket.
What time is it?
There are only 3 appropriate answers to that, Mariah. It is either tool time, hammer time, or morphin time. About 1 hour until dawn.
Pretty lit outside to me.
Will you two pipe down? Trying to sleep over here. Gregor, the birds outside aren't making much noise yet. We didn't bring many supplies, remember? Better to get a head start on gathering food.
Didn't bring many supplies. We are here for an unspecified amount of time. This looks to be not quite a safe house because it has not been very well maintained. I'm hoping that the mystery and the lore will outweigh my fear and being a little wimp.
I honestly can't see the trees outside right now.
Gregor, did you see any spiders last night?
There was a small one in the bathroom.
Eh!
Actually, I did see a centipede by the sink.
Mariah turns a little pale.
Kara's messing with you, Mariah. Let's find more than wild sorrel today.
Gah!
If you're lucky, little guy, maybe I'll teach you how to catch some wild brown trout. What's with you and meat, big guy?
Natalie's herbalism book stated that there's many more species of plants to eat out here. Let's leave the fish alone. You know I'm not, into meat.
That's a shame. I'd wake up early to go fishing. Cheer up, Karen. We'll get to observe the trout at the very least.
Mariah doesn't have to eat meat if she doesn't want to. You can have a vegetarian dish. That shouldn't bar everyone else from not eating meat. They don't want to.
Maybe we'll see more red deer today.
That sounds like a waste of time, Gregor. Haha. Maybe we'll find some blackthorn berries.
I love blackthorn berries.
Gosh, you're so picky. You're not here for a fun forest vacay. Why are we all here?
We'll be back later. Can you watch our stuff today?
You nod. Thank you.
Thanks.
Don't steal anything, okay? Oh, I was super worried that we were gonna be left alone together. You nod. Mariah and Natalie, Gregor, and Karen leave the cabin with a hop to their step. You're alone, but thankfully you have a drawer of chompets to keep you company. Each day you'll be tasked to explore a different part of the cabin. If you only get one choice, then the day will end. Choose wisely. Alright, this sounds like a perfect place to save. Okay, I don't think... I'm gonna save over the second one just because we didn't make any choices between then and now. So let's go back to the game. What do you want to check out today? I don't want to talk to the chompets anymore. I don't want to go into the basement quite yet. Bedroom, let's check out the bedroom. See, this looks significantly less dusty than the rest of the house. That's interesting. Karen and Natalie kept the room pretty clean. Only one of them made their bed. Who still makes their bed? You look underneath one of them. Huh. You found some extra emergency supplies. Are they really extra emergency supplies, or were they being hidden for a reason? Why is this bottle of ink tipped over? Oh my gosh, so many things. You decide to look through them and start planning your next meal. I don't think we should be making a meal with emergency supplies. They're called emergency supplies for a reason. We're back. Hey.
Knock it off, Mariah.
It's pretty rare to be scared of one.
It's not.
God, what happened? Who knew the big guy would be so scared of?
Shut up! You don't understand.
I don't think anyone understands Gregor. It was just a marmot, Gregor, not a monster. Mariah laughs so hard that your ears ring because she's a mean girl. Oh, Mariah. Oh, it's too loud for me. Tears are rolling down Mariah's cheeks. She's laughing so hard that she's about to hyperventilate. Stop Mariah from hyperventilating? Is an option not gonna pop up? Oh, absolutely not. One less mouth to feed, right? Oh my gosh, where are these thoughts coming from?
You don't get it.
See, because we have emergency rations. Mouths to feed, and for us to just automatically think one less mouth to feed, something bad has happened in the outside world that led to the 5 of us coming together here for whatever reason.
It's pretty personal.
Then please explain, big guy. Gregor looks incredibly uncomfortable. Let's leave him alone. We found some raspberries and elderberries near the cabin.
Quite the selection of berries. We also found more wild sorrel.
Let's see. Now, here's my personal stance with foraging, and I say this as someone who's ignorant to the culture and practices around foraging for food. By all means, if you know your stuff and you can pick out which plants are safe to eat and wild fruits and nuts, things like that, if you're qualified to harvest and safely prepare that, go for it. But I would not touch it unless it was an emergency situation, just because, you know, you're worried about external contaminants. If you're near an area like someone else's property, if they use pesticides or herbicides, you got to worry about those chemicals coming in contact with your potential food sources. I already don't like that we have to go look for food just to make sure that we all stay alive. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Is this going to be enough for a good meal? Everyone is looking at you for an answer. When did I become the leader? You decide to do an inventory of all available ingredients. It takes you a while, but you decide on your specialty, cabbage rolls. You first bring a large pot of water to boil. You let the cabbage leaves boil for 2 minutes, draining the pot into the sink. In a medium mixing bowl, you combine some cooked rice, onion, and egg, salt and pepper, along with some tomato sauce. You use your hands to mix thoroughly and decide to wash your hands after it won't come off. Dividing the rice mixture evenly between the cabbage leaves, you then roll them up and tie a string around them so they stay in one piece. You place the cabbage rolls in a large skillet over medium heat, pouring the rest of the tomato mixture over the top. Covering it, you bring it to a boil. You reduce the heat to low and let the cabbage roll simmer for about 40 minutes, being sure to baste it with the liquid.
Wow, that almost scared me. You cooked cabbage rolls!
Mariah looks optimistic. Karen looks skeptical. And Natalie looks curious. Hey, you had me at leave it in the pot for 40 minutes and let it sit. Gregor looks thrilled. You watch intently as everyone takes the first bite. That's pretty darn good.
Wow, I could eat the whole batch myself.
I think the vegetable stew tasted better, but I'm loving how tender the cabbage is. The sauce is pretty red, like blood. Did you use fresh tomatoes for it?
It really adds to it. Where did you get fresh tomatoes? Considering the state of this cabin, there can't be an active garden nearby. That's why we're out foraging for food every day.
Spoon some of the liquid on top of it. You'll thank me later. Ah.
Incredible. It's definitely growing on me.
Also, if you're in a survival situation, the taste should be the least of your worries. You're just consuming something to stay alive. So what you think it tastes like doesn't matter. Even if you hate it, you should still scarf it down and force yourself to eat it because you might not have that meal the next day.
Thanks again for cooking. This really was something special.
Everyone leaves the dishes behind for you to do, because of course they would. Jerks. Not happening? You settle in and go to bed. Oh, okay, that was me saying not happening to doing the dishes. Everyone goes to bed full. Is this supposed to be a black screen? Tomorrow will be another great day. And day 2.
Good morning, everyone.
I'll do another safety save when a clickable option pops up.
Ugh. Again, Gregor. Can't you let us sleep in? Not today.
Every time I do Gregor's voice, because I'm trying to make my voice go as low as possible, it triggers my yawning response.
Ugh. Why? Storm clouds are gathering outside. We need to find some food before it begins to downpour.
All I'm hearing is an opportunity to collect water.
Gregor, you're overreacting. We have enough food to last us a while. Enough food?
How long is a while? How long are we trying to stay here?
I thought we used most of the supplies for last night's dinner.
He's right. The meal you made was delicious, but it used a lot of what we had. Well, I didn't see any of you stepping up to make dinner or pitch any suggestions. From what I gather so far, I don't know any of you. I don't owe you for anything. If it comes down to a situation where it's me or you, I'm gonna pick me. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. That's gonna be whatever ending I end up with first. I'm gonna put me first because I don't know you for, I don't owe you anything. You have the gall to criticize me? Excuse you. Especially I'm the one in charge of prepping your meals. You should be a little bit nicer to me.
Gregor's also correct. Precipitation is unusually high in this area, with many areas being high risk for flooding.
So we're up in the mountains, great.
It'd be foolish to not go out and look for food today.
You really think it will flood?
Thankfully, the cabin is on high ground, but that doesn't mean we're safe from floodwaters. It's always a possibility, so it can't hurt to be prepared.
Aaron, I hope you go first.
You're losing it, Gregor.
Aaron.
That's nothing to worry about.
I think Gregor's right, Karen. Huh? It won't hurt to prepare for the worst. Besides, you don't have to come with us. You could, look for more bugs, maybe dust a little bit. We're gonna be here a while, we might as well make it comfortable.
I think she's right, Karen. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Natalie, let's go out and prepare for the storm.
And also, considering the age of this cabin, in addition to looking for food, it might not hurt to check the condition of our exterior surroundings. Make sure that nothing can get in and make us sick. Throwing that out there.
Foraging should be a key priority today. There are plenty of edible foods, and it has better odds than trying to hunt. Give me a few minutes and I'll plot our route on some paper.
He's got the most foodie knowledge as far as foraging goes, so I feel like we want to keep him around as long as we can.
Let me help, little guy.
And Natalie and Gregor head to the bedroom to consult the map. Mariah and Karen are still hanging around. Well, unfortunately in life, you can't make everyone happy. When given a choice to speak to a character, choose wisely. You can only select one of them. Oh, that's our cue to safety save. Try to max out your bond with certain characters for unique dialogue and scenarios. Which one would you like to talk to? Mariah or Karen? Well, I'm already planning to try to get as many endings as possible, however many there are, and I did the safety save, so it doesn't really matter who I pick now because I'm inevitably going to pick both of them. I feel like I need to get Karen out of the way. I've already got one heart with her. And I like her the least, so I kind of want to get her out of the way as soon as possible, I think.
Hey.
This paper nailed to the wall looks pretty ancient. Let's touch it. What were the old days like? How old we talking? I'm not sure what you mean. Extremely brutal. Not bad. It's times like these. Okay. I'm starting to feel more curious than nervous. And that's good. Oh my goodness. Oh, what should I do? I'm gonna say I'm not sure what you mean because I don't know the condition of the outside world yet. Never mind. You must enjoy these antiques, huh? Yeah, I guess, but again, like, how old is this cabin? What diseases are hiding in that paper? Come on now. Keep up. You bore Karen with some brief yet dull descriptions of items lying around. Cool, I'll tell, the others later. Karen looks disturbed by your comment. Why? You started it. Why is it on me? You hear a loud laugh from the other room. Gregor and Natalie come back from their meeting. Gregor is blushing slightly.
Hey, can you cook something while we're out? Use as much food as possible. We're not gonna hinder you whatsoever, even though clearly we need to ration our stuff.
You nod.
Thank you. Alright everyone, we have a route now. Let's beat those rain clouds.
The group leaves, determined as ever. You have the cabin all to yourself. I don't like that noise. It's like a radio. What's that noise? It sounds like it's coming from the kitchen. Huh? Radio? What's going on with that radio? You didn't even notice it on the ground when you walked in. Did somebody leave this radio here? It looks newer than anything you've seen before. It seems to be broken. Better hold on to this. We got this strange radio. Do I have an inventory I can look at? Okay, that's just the menu. I was like, do I have an inventory? I don't know. Before you cook dinner, what should you check out? Do we want to go back to the bedroom? It said, oh, look at more places more than once. Bath. Let's see what condition the bathroom is in. That might help me figure out what time period we're in. Considering we have a radio, definitely post, 1950s at the minimum. You remember an old tale about a child who said a killer's name 3 times in a mirror. Oh, great. It's a little dark in here and I don't like that. That candle. I feel like we need to blow the candle out to preserve it. If we don't have electricity. Oh, I hate the ellipses are too long. But you can't remember how it ended. I'm trying so hard to not look directly into the mirror. You're too frightened to even try it. Oh boy, you leave the bathroom a little more scared than when you entered. Mariah's back early today. I don't like that face. Hey. The others are still looking for food outside. And Natalie found some more berries. But nothing that will feed all of us. Please don't tell the others. But I'm a little worried about our supplies. I crunched the numbers and we don't have enough food, even with rationing, to last if there's a big storm and we get stuck here. Mariah seems disappointed in your inventory management. Why don't you stay and help me cook dinner, bitch? Can you try cooking with a little less this evening? You nod. Thank you. You've done such a great job with meals so far. We're only getting one meal a day, it turns out. You're very sweet. Is Mariah blushing a little bit?
Hey, hey, hey.
Mariah will remember that. Your relationship is stronger. Yay. Maybe you could teach me to cook sometime? You nod. Looking forward to it. Hey, you could hold cooking classes here someday. I don't know what you're going to use for ingredients, because as I previously mentioned, we just don't have enough rations. Rudely interrupting a tender moment, the others burst into the cabin.
Don't be so down, everyone. We got tons of good berries.
Cheh.
Jam is so bland without any sugar. Do you have any sugar?
You shake your head sadly.
Yikes. Turn that frown upside down, Karen. Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
I'm not smiling for you, Gregor.
Yeah, you missed out. The sun was really tremendous on our way back. Hues of orange, red, and even a little purple poking out.
Red sky at night, sailors delight. Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning.
So we can expect a sailor's delight tomorrow? That's awesome!
No, that's just how the sun works and at the angle that the UV rays penetrate the atmosphere.
You're such an optimist, big guy. We must have walked a few miles today. Gorgeous sights, you could even see snow on the tips of the mountains.
That rumble sounded like a dying calf. You look from person to person trying to determine who it was. Was it me? Oh, it was definitely Mariah.
Mariah, I'd recognize that sound from anywhere.
Yeah! Guilty. Mariah looks embarrassed, but the group laughs at her honestly. At her honesty. Except for you. You search your mind for something to say, but all you can think of is an old riddle. Ahem. Those who have it do not want it. Those who have it least succeed. Those who have it for too long perish. When you feed it, it gets smaller. What am I?
Dust?
Try again, big guy. Everyone is pondering the answer. Mariah's face lights up. I got it. Is it hunger? Oh, yeah, that too.
Correct. Yeah, I was going to guess that. So, what's on the menu tonight, chef?
Bread and jam. You crush the berries in your small mortar and pestle, spreading it on some crusty bread. Delicious. I guess you could call that cooking. You cooked raspberry jam and bread.
The bread's a little tough.
Probably because it's been here a while. Gregor, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
This homemade jam is to die for. Haha. Sorry.
No, you're right, Gregor. This bread stinks.
Raya.
Everybody laughs. You're not sure this could be called a meal, but it got the job done. Feel like I'm playing the Oregon Trail. I need to put everyone on meager rations. Everyone thanks you for dinner and heads off to sleep. Go to bed wishing you had more. You have a strange dream. Something is riding on your back. And it's becoming a nuisance. You try to see it in the mirror, but you can't get a good look at it. Try almost everything, but it won't get off. Pain between your shoulder blades is getting worse by the minute. You wander away from the cabin, stumbling by a river to soak your pain in cool water. You didn't want things to come to this, but you've exhausted all other options. Swim out to the middle. Rocks on the bottom cut your feet. You slip and fall to your knees. You lean back, trying to submerge the thing underneath the waters. But it won't drown. It won't drown. It won't drown. You splash frantically, plunging your head beneath the water. The current takes you downstream. You try swimming to the shore, but it's no use. Water fills your mouth and nostrils. After a minute, you stop struggling against the current. As you gaze up at the sky, you feel it leaving your back, drifting into the sky as you sink to the bottom. As you take your last gasp, you see what was on your back, staring into your eyes. But you don't even have the air in your lungs to scream. You wake in a cold sweat. Oh! Oh, that got me.
Wake up! Sorry, you were making strange noises in your sleep.
Okay, if you're in the rocking chair, Mariah's on the couch, and Natalie and Karen commandeered the bedroom. Where am I sleeping? Am I just standing in the corner? What's going on, Gregor? Did the lightning wake you up?
It woke me up. Tried to fall back asleep, but it's so loud.
Ugh. Let's just get back to sleep and talk about this in the morning. Everyone nods in agreement and gets back to bed. Except for you. You can't fall back asleep. You still have goosebumps from the nightmare. Karen's snoring is louder than a sawmill. Find it very loud and distracting. You don't sleep a wink. Everyone is now up and awake in the cabin. You hear the front door open and quickly slam shut. And Natalie sounds petrified.
I looked out the door and were completely surrounded by floodwaters. Looks like the sailor's take warning was more appropriate for today. Maybe it'll clear up tomorrow? You can't steal big guy's optimism, Karen. Why the hell not? That's all he has going for him.
Eh?
He's also good at chopping wood, though. Ha 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 ha. Knock it off, you two. Mariah, do you think it'll clear up tomorrow?
I give it a 27% chance of clearing up tomorrow.
Based on what?
I was bored stiff, so I read a book on local precipitation levels for the last 20 years in the living room.
Sounds like you're stealing a Natalie's thunder. And Natalie, you're a book nerd, right? Why didn't you read it?
Eh?
Couldn't make it past the cover. Is that right? Yes.
That bookshelf has some great books on artisan craft and natural sciences. I let them sit there gathering dust.
How did you arrive at a 27% chance of it clearing up tomorrow?
It's easy. Take the time of the year, multiply it by a factor of. Mariah begins to explain meteorology to you. She isn't dumbing any of this down. It's similar to blah, 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 woo woo. Where? So the first thing you need to understand, minutes of explanation feel like hours. You look over at Natalie. He's listening intently to Mariah. So intently he hasn't blinked yet. You can see his eyes drying up. That's not normal. A tear rolls down one of his cheeks. This is brutal to watch. Mariah finally wraps up her lecture. She ends with a bow. Nobody claps. Tough crowd.
Mariah, that was awe-inspiring. You lost me a few minutes in, but it's okay. I didn't understand a word of it, haha. Gah!
And Natalie turns to you.
Anyway, there's no telling how long this will last. We can't leave the cabin until these flood waters stop. I know the food situation is a little tight, but I know you'll make the right decisions. I believe in you. Me too. It looks like we have enough leftover berries for more bread and raspberry jam. I don't know how we're gonna use berries to make bread, though, but we figured it out once. We could do it again. I'll pass on the jam. Just give me more crusty bread.
Everyone laughs. Except for you. Everyone's stranded in the cabin. You need to keep everyone fed and happy. Why am I the leader? You sneak out to the kitchen while everyone's still talking. You get out some crusty bread and get to work making some more jam. With the kitchen to yourself, you decide to check in on the Chompettes.
Hello.
Hello. Don't worry, as leader of the Chompettes, I'll make sure none of the humans know about us.
Onion.
That big guy would try eating me like an apple, so definitely don't tell him about us.
Are your plans going awry?
Hey, bread.
Got another cornbread classic for you. Did you hear about the bread maker's bakery burning down? No? Her business is now toast.
That's very funny, bread.
That one's been done to death. Do you know how raspberry milk were introduced?
You tell her no.
Raspberry.
Raspberry milk shake.
You let out an audible groan.
Did cornbread teach you that one?
Nope, wasted an entire day thinking about that terrible pun.
Potato. Potato seems like they're the most logical Chompette here. The one with the most sincerity. I want to help them.
Ha ha ha, it was well worth the time and effort, Raspberry. Maybe you'll win the annual Chompette comedy competition this year.
Raspberry.
Of course.
Onion.
Not while I'm here.
I won't choke on stage this year.
Isn't that every year, Bread? We still talk about that closing line, Bread. You're going to do great this year. Anyway, don't even think of eating us if you're hungry.
Oh. Oh, I see where this is going.
Chompettes stick together through thick and thin.
Raspberry.
Rain or shine.
Feast and famine.
Help me. Potato, I swear to God, repeat the line or we're locking you up again. Life or death? That's right. Chompets! Move out!
Where are we moving out to? The Chompets somehow manage to close the drawer on themselves. We bring the crusty bread and jam into the living room. Karen interrupts as you bring in the food.
Took you long enough.
Karen looks at the 2 slices of bread left in the mason jar of raspberry jam.
There's mold on these last 2 slices of bread.
Yes, we're gonna need some kind of antibiotic, so let's keep it. Don't ever do that in real life, by the way. That's a video I watched described that as emergency time travel antibiotics. So don't actually do it, but it sounds like we're in an emergency enough situation that we should try making penicillin. You know what I mean?
Karen is right. What the hell is the matter with you?
Grip the knife tightly in your hand. Why are you so mean to me?
You think this is enough for 5 of us? Oh, wait, we can't throw this bread away. That's all we have left. Gregor's right. And Natalie, will mold spores give us food poisoning? I'm, no scientist. Sorry.
Let's pick off as much mold as we can. Put it in a little bag or a bowl somewhere. We'll save it for later. We can't leave with the flood water, so this will have to last us another day. Everyone grimly nods, ripping apart their piece like a pack of wolves. Oh, we're gonna have to start making some choices soon, aren't we? Gregor seems to unhinge his jaw and eat it in one bite. He looks like a duck eating bread. Thanks again. Bread and jam isn't much of a meal, but it's more than we had when we left Ukraine. Hold up, wait, what? Is this playing off current events? Or no? I'm confused.
Plenty of rainwater outside, so at least we won't die of dehydration.
Yeah, but you can't just drink rainwater, Natalie. Clearly, you have a faucet, you have well water, you're fine.
But until this storm is over, nobody should leave the cabin. Should clear up if we give it a chance. Natalie, where are you getting that information from? What have the bookshelves about the climate here? You're illiterate, so that's definitely a lie.
What are you talking about? He's not illiterate if he knows the berries to eat. I'm so confused. Ah.
I've seen him reading. Little guy's been studying.
I'm serious. He pretends to read those books because he wants us to think that he's smart, but I could tell he's just staring at the page, faking it.
What do you think?
Oh. Natalie doesn't know his weather conditions from a hole in the ground. Aaron is correct, and Natalie can read. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I don't understand what these choices are other than just decide with somebody. I want to believe that a Natalie can read. Unless, like, was he born and raised in the forest? This is all he knows, but he's wearing modern clothing. He's got a belt buckle. He's got a belt buckle, so I want to believe that he can read. And he's got glasses. Sure, I'll side with the Natalie.
You must be going blind then.
Yeah.
Thanks, I don't know why a Karen would make up something like that about me. You aren't fooling anyone, Natalie.
Aaron has stormed off.
Thanks for backing me up.
A relationship with who? Gregor? Good to have someone so positive around. And Natalie looks relieved. You think he'll remember that. You don't know for sure, but you think he will. You hope he will. That's what it sounds like.
I guess let's call it a day.
Yeah. Sure. Everyone shuffles off to their sleeping areas. 10 minutes later.
Hey. Karen likes to find somebody's weakness and use it against them when she's frustrated. Just wanted to thank you for backing me up earlier. You're very sweet to do that.
And Natalie looks at you with a look of admiration.
Heh. See you tomorrow.
And Natalie looks like he's blushing as he walks away. You're definitely sure Natalie will remember that. Okay, so that first heart was for him. Oh my. You get ready for bed and put a blanket on. You go to bed very hungry. Did I not eat any of the jam? You don't dream the entire night, but you sleep through everyone waking up. That's how fast a deer could run if startled.
Whoa. Incredible.
Impressive.
I wish we had a deer here. With the food getting lower, let's just skip today's meal.
Tch.
No. It's only for one day. Various cultures and religions have practiced fasting throughout history. That doesn't make us feel any better, Natalie. What options do we have? Our food wasn't rationed properly.
Whose fault is that? You put me in charge, no one's helping me. Why? I feel like you're all blaming me. Why? And Natalie leaves mumbling to himself, or is rationing somebody else's job. We all gotta pull our weight here, people. So passive-aggressive of him. Everyone goes to a separate area. Karen in the bedroom. Gregor in the living room. Mariah in the kitchen. And a Natalie in the bathroom. Who do you want to speak to? Should I do a safety save? I don't think I need to. But just in case. I don't know how often I want to like come back to revisit. Because I want to like get to an ending before I replay sections, you know what I mean? Well, I've already got 2 hearts with the Natalie, so let's just keep on going with him. You can speak, chat, talk, or converse. That's interesting. I like the little variations. It's a nice detail. Maybe you'll make the bathroom less scary for me. I'm sorry I followed you in here without your permission.
Eek! I'm done using the bathroom. Sorry, must have been daydreaming.
And Natalie looks at you oddly.
Do you have a daydream?
Only about rivers of blood, wells filled with entrails, and villagers flayed. Oh my gosh. Of course I was trying to know. I'm gonna say you bet. I have the hyper-focused flavor of ADHD. I daydream all the damn time.
Of course. It's a natural way to fill in gaps of boredom. I'm sorry, I just slipped into Karen's voice. You sound oddly similar to one another. And what do you daydream about? Cooking?
You nod.
Yeah, I thought so. I can tell that you have a history with cooking.
Also, if we're finding berries and plants and things like that, if we're foraging, did none of us have enough foresight to try and make like a controlled garden area by our cabin? Because it's clearly not so dangerous in the outside world that we can't leave the cabin walls. But I think somebody should have the smartness and the foresight to be like, hey, let's figure out how to grow things. Look at this bookshelf. It told us it had precipitation records. Surely there's a book about farming in here, or, you know, just basic gardening. I think we can find a lima bean to put it in the wet paper towel and we can grow our own food.
I could tell you have history with cooking.
I hate it. IRL, I hate cooking so much.
So,
you can tell Natalie's struggling with small talk.
what's the best thing you ever cooked?
A feast fit for a queen. That vegetable stew from earlier, children. Oh my gosh, if I say children, will he think it's a joke? I'm gonna be a little snarky and say children. Oh, did you not find that funny?
What?
Oh, it got quiet. I didn't like that.
That's a pretty gross joke.
I didn't think it was that gross. There's a lot of worse jokes out there. We're in a cabin in the middle of the woods. It was only a matter of time before someone made a joke about witches.
I think I'm going to puke.
And Natalie is getting paler.
I gotta go.
Is there a history of cannibalism in this universe? I feel like we're headed there. I don't want to, but I feel like we're gonna inevitably end up there. He leaves in a rush. You head back to the others. Alright, I had the extreme temptation to back into my save file to change my answer, but I'm going to stick with the choices that I make, no matter what. First playthrough, I'll have my little safety saves in there just to make me feel better, I guess. But I'm gonna try to not use them and just make this first run through as organic as possible to see what my the truest first ending I get is. Thank you for listening to my rambling. Wish the rain would just stop.
You're all doing great. We must almost be to the end of this nightmare. I'm so hungry.
Me too. Ugh. You are too. You wish everyone a good night and get ready for bed. Hi. You go to bed with a growling stomach. Oh boy, you have a strange dream. A boy is yelling at you in the kitchen. You keep telling him to lie down on the tray. Is this a riff off of our joke, quote unquote, that we told to Natalie? Are we actually cooking a child in this dream? But he keeps shaking his head, calling you names. So you do it. You lie down on the tray and make your body as flat as a board. Why am I lying down on the tray? I thought I was telling him to lie down on the tray. Am I showing him? Okay, you show him how it's done. His anger turns to courage. And he pushes you into the oven. As the stench of burning hair fills your lungs, you see him sneering back at you. Does anyone have this? I have like a little ottoman footstool under my desk. I have my feet up on right now. Does anyone, when you know something scary is going to happen, do you have this urgency or tendency to pick your feet up off the floor? I feel safer with my feet on this ottoman than I do having them on the floor. Ah! Oh gosh, they're so scary! These flashes are so scary! I know they're coming and they're so scary. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do a safety save. Oh my goodness. Okay, I did the safety save. I've been recording for a while. I'm going to go ahead and call it here for like the very first episode. I'm too scary jump scares, but also there's enough lore to like make me want to push through it and not be such a wimp about it. This is the first time I'm playing a scary game in like a long time where I'm not experiencing it through the barrier of another YouTuber. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already so you can keep going on this crazy experience with me. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!